Welcome back to BNC Live. I'm Tishani Whitlow. In a post-George Floyd world, corporations made many promises to address systematic racism and racial inequality. But here's the question. Have they lived up to those promises? Let's find out. We have racial equity strategist Dr. Carrie Mitchell Brown. She joins us with her racial equity lessons revealed for 2021. Dr. Brown, it is a pleasure to have you. So, have we seen the results of those promises actually come to fruition from 2020?
Hello, it's so great to see you. I would say that organizations are continuing to work at it. Organizations are beginning to realize that there's still real work to do after all the protests, after all the public commitment statements, to fulfill the promises that they were going to do better in 2020. It's goes far beyond just the espoused commitment to do better. At this year end, it represents an opportunity for organizations to actually take inventory on what actions they have or have not taken against those promises and set some new intentions. And this new year offers an opportunity for more change in organizations.
Yeah, Washington Post actually has an article out, and it said basically America's 50 biggest public companies pledged at least $49.5 billion, right? But only 70 million of that money actually went to organizations that focus on criminal justice reform. It's a big difference.
It's a huge gap. It's a huge gap on what was pledged and what was actually spent. And it impacts all of our systems, right? And all aspects of our lives. So, schools, not just criminal justice, housing, economics. And so, there is certainly a lot of opportunity to make some serious investments and to reinforce, some of their commitments that have been made.
Yeah, well, how do we hold them accountable?
I say we hold them accountable by continuing to ask them to perform audits. I know a lot of organizations have been called to do audits in 2021, continue pressure on doing audits, and organizations should actually open up to being open to doing more audits as well, because that gives us an opportunity to see how much ground we can actually make up.
Yeah, I know some folks would say it was a trendy slogan. You know, the whole Black Lives Matter, I'm going to pledge, I'm going to do this and that. But what are the actual lessons we learned this year from all that?
Well, racial injustice is global. It still impacts all of our social systems. There still continues to be this huge link between organization and business growth. And so business are not growing, or they have the potential to not grow if they are not more responsive to social issues and because it's becoming more and more inseparable. People can actually protest with where they spend their money. They can make some better choices or different choices on who they actually do business with. And if you hit them in the pockets, I'm sure things will begin to make a shift.
Oh, Dr. Brown, tell us what you uncovered in your racial equity lessons of 2021.
Let's see, my racial equity lessons in 2021 is that, intention and intention is required for this work, engaging with the people who are most impacted for sustainable and self-determinant solutions, are best. Center the voices and the lessons from the people who are mostly impacted. And, organizations are off to a good start, and there's still more work to be done.
All right, what do you want to see in 2022? Because I mean, that's next week.
I know, I can't believe it's here
Same.
already. What I want to see in, yeah, what I actually want to see in 2022 is organizations, the gap between what they espouse and what they actually deliver continues to narrow, and that they're engaging folks like me for some assistance along the way.
Yeah. You mentioned holding these corporations accountable through audits, right? How else can the consumer hold these folks accountable as well?
Consumers can hold them accountable by spending their money with those who are living up to their unfulfilled promises. around racial justice. Can also employees can also ask for more within the organization, ask for more changes around inclusion, more changes around equity, and just continue to not be silenced.
Yeah. All right, last question for you, Dr. Brown. You mentioned companies reaching out to you for your expertise. Briefly tell us how you would assist them.
I will assist them by doing an audit, by really wrapping our hands around what really is the reality and work towards um, some solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, work towards some solutions that's amenable for the people who are actually taking up this work.
Yeah, absolutely. Much needed solutions, right? Dr. Brown, thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year. Can't wait to talk with you in the
Happy
new
New Year
year.
to you.
Thank you.